All right. Hope everybody's having a good day. We are back in the beautiful Maddog. I just feel at home inside of this beautiful American bare metal livery. Just feels right to me. It was fun messing around with the other liveries with the Alitalia. And what else did we fly? Value Jet was cool, but nothing beats the iconic American bare metal Maddog Bitchin' Betty. Here we go. We are sitting in New Orleans. We're going to head out to San Antonio. It's like an hour flight. Nothing too crazy that we can't handle. I was a little bit like irked with my landing in that tailwind yesterday in, where were we? Bologna, Italy. And I later found out I had the profile for my Airbus stick on the Maddog, so I'm not making excuses, but I am making excuses. But we'll get it back today. Captain Chairbus is going to redeem himself. Let me check the weather. We got a 4-knot headwind sitting in San Antonio right now with VFR conditions, so let's try to redeem ourselves and make a Captain Chairbus style landing in the Maddog, something to be proud about, something we can watch on the replay and have exciting reactions to. So yeah, so we're sitting here. This is a real American Airlines flight 2224 with service to San Antonio from New Orleans. We're sitting at the real gate that they park at, Bravo 15. I think we're on the north side. It's kind of an interesting layout in New Orleans here. Got that bridge there, but you have like a south side terminal, and then you have the north side over here. And just kind of an interesting layout for an airport to have that terminal. I'm guessing, I've never been here to this airport, but I'm guessing the passengers go underneath the ground if they need to transfer, connect to another flight, because I don't see a tram or anything above ground, which is actually kind of concerning considering we're in an already super low level, like for flooding. If they have an underground system here, it's probably got a good sub pump or something going on to alleviate any concerns they have with flooding. So anyway, let's jump in to our gorgeous Maddog here, fire her up. We'll check the battery voltage is in range, which it is. We can take the battery, we'll fire up the EFB over here. Here she comes. Waking up. Got the, I have like the sounds a little bit, I don't have a filter on the sound, so if we get some loud sounds in here, apologies in advance. GPU, I'm going to connect that, and we'll take the air conditioning too while we're at it. Open up the pneumatic feed valve, so we'll start the air conditioning flow in here. I'll check the voltage on the exterior power. That's within the range, so we'll take on the right bus and the left bus. We're gonna test the electric, emergency lights with our flight attendant. They're gonna tell us what's going on. Alright, so that's set. We can set that to arm, take on our anti-ice. Windshield anti-ice, heat up our pitot tubes. We're gonna test our fire alarm. We're getting the warning indication, turn on our panel lights a little bit. Our flight number today is on the 17th of January, and we are flight number 2224, leg 1, and our black box, we'll ground it, insert that into the flight recorder. We'll come down here, enter in our flight ID, so American 2224. Enter. We'll take our squawk as 2224. Set our transponder mode on. Come back up top here. Let's do our ground proximity warning test. We're looking for the magic carpets, which we're not getting. There it goes. All right. Our wind shear test. Anti-skid indicators on the overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4 off. Our stall test is working, our max speed test is working, our yaw damper indicator should appear, yaw damper off and then back on. Our ice FOD test, we're looking for the 4 indications, then set that off. Mock trim, we're looking for the indication, then off, which is working good. We'll take our air conditioning for our cabin, make things comfortable for everybody. Today our airfield elevation I think is 4 feet. Yeah, it's 4 feet for MSY here, and our altimeter is coming in at 3032. So in case we have to return to the airfield, I'm gonna set our pressurization panel for that possibility. Well, our pressurization panel is set. All right, and then we'll test all of our lights and our bulbs. Everything's looking good, lit up. Test our TCAS screens, which are lighting up and looking good. And let's see, let's test our fuel pumps while we're up here. So I'm going to select that. That should go out like that. Let's hit that again. That should go out like that. Test our cross feed valve, open this, and both of these should come out now, which they did, and that's what we want. All right, cross feed valve can be closed up. Let's come down here, test our PFD and ND, test our terrain. I don't think we're going to see any terrain because we're so low. And we will test our brake temperature sensors. We'll test our hydraulics, make sure this is in range. Coming up here with the hydraulic pressure, those are the numbers we're looking for. We can turn the trans pump off and the aux off. Test our fuel gauge, system A and system B are working. We'll test our TRP. We can open our ART, set it to takeoff. Go around, test our weather radar here. So want to paint some weather there. That's working. We can turn that guy off. Next thing is we will test our auto land system. So we'll set our ILS's. Autopilot 1 comes to there. Auto land, it's going to do its little test. We'll come back to check out on that in a little bit to do system 1. Bug up 250 acceleration speed. And we can test our altimeter by setting 1,000 feet above field level. We'll scroll this. We'll get a warning around 750 feet and then 200 feet after right there. So altimeter is working good. We can set this back down, reset our barometric pressure, cage the artificial horizon like so. We'll do our fire test loop, test the cutoff bell. That worked good. Test our gear horn. Test our gear horn cutoff. That worked good. We'll put that back in. We'll take this out. Let's go ahead and test our manual pressurization. So we'll scroll that wheel up and put it back into auto, and we should see this come back down. That's working great. We're going to test our trim electronically. I'm looking for this little wedge to go up and down, which it is. Our manual trim going up and down, which it is. Our manual over here, and then I'm going to disconnect our electronic trim wheel, and this isn't working, which is what we want, but this should, and that is exactly what is going on. So our trim system is working. Our trim's working, and the redundant system on the trim is working, which is what we want to see. Test our comm radios, our cell cow. Comms are good. Our panel lights come up. The next thing is we'll test the PFD and ND over here. We're good to test our auto land system on system 1. We'll crank these lights up, take our nav lights on, and we can come over here, test our oxygen. Our oxygen's good. We'll test our co-pilot's oxygen. His is good. All right. So, what else do we have? This is all looking good. I think we're ready to load up our weights and get our passengers boarding here in a second. All right, our auto lands are tested. We tested our altimeters. Good, good, good. All right, let's go here. We can start our boarding process. Request boarding. Gonna come here, load in our weights, import from SimBrief, turn our lights on since we're not gonna be fueling. Our passenger signs are coming on to let them know to get in their seats. They should start arriving here shortly through the door. All right, let's come down here into our FMC. I'm looking to take where's my block fuel? Okay, here it is. Okay, what we want to take is 20,301. We got 20,250, so that's good. Gonna initialize this here. Our location is Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee. Put that in there. That's right, almost right, exactly with the GPS. I'm gonna take the GPS KMSY. We're going to Kilo Sierra Alpha Tango. And there's our route in there. We're going to be departing on runway 29 short taxi. We advised the cabin crew that this will be a short taxi, so get everything wrapped up before we head out. Our runway heading on runway 29 is heading 286, so I'm going to set that there in the heading. There's no stars coming out of here. I'm guessing it's just like in a very marshy area where there's no need to noise abate or anything. Come out back to our route. I'm gonna choose our arrival into San Antonio. On the arrivals page, we're gonna come in on runway 13 right, and it's coming in on the ILS on runway 13 right. No transition. Braun 3 IAH Houston VOR transition, I believe that is. And so let's go step through this guy. So we're probably going to start out here with a vector. So legs LFT. Let me zoom out, see what's going on here. Make sure we got a plan to get out of here safely. So just is going to go direct LFT. All right, there you go. So direct LFT, it's highlighted in magenta, meaning it's the active waypoint. And then steppy. We'll zoom in so we can get a good look at this. Here we go. Right into Troop. Then Chris is next. Then JTAX vectors. We can just take... Probably I'll just connect this up. I mean, there's really no need to vector ourselves out since we're not flying with ATC today. So I'm going to clean that up. And that's just a nice turn right in. Short approach into San Antonio. It looks like it can make it, no problem. So it has like a 5-mile radius on there. Let's take our bank indicator, our limiter to 15 degrees. So this is all looking good. Let's initialize our weights. Our passengers coming in. Hello. Hello. Hope you guys didn't get too crazy on Bourbon Street. If you guys need the barf bags, it's in the seat pocket in front of you. The Maddog has a reputation for being a little bit wild, and you never know. It can never be too safe. All right, the fuel we're taking on board was 20.25, 20.3 normal burn schedule. Since it's quite toasty out compared to the rest of the country. It's no, it's not. It's 4 degrees. Oh. Does it ever get that cold in New Orleans? That's kind of crazy. 4, that's like 9 degrees plus 30. It's like like 9 plus 30. It's like 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me do that calculation. 4 degrees I'm gonna guess it's 49 degrees. Damn it, 39. Why did I get? Oh yeah, it's like, okay, my math was kind of right. I was off by a little there. You take like 4, multiply it by 9/5. So I was taking 9 and then adding it to 32. So I was thinking like 42, but yeah, it's freezing down here. All right, take that into consideration. Everybody bundle up here. Our zero fuel weight is 104.9. And our reserve fuel for this leg is going to be 2.6. Our cruising altitude is flight level 320. Our cruise wind is 256 at 82. Our ISA deviation is +5. Our takeoff speeds will come over here and calculate. Dang, it's cold out here. All right. KM Sierra Yankee. dry. Wind is 1010 at 5 knots. Dang, now that I'm thinking about yesterday's flight, I got pushed around on takeoff really bad. That's because you need like I had a different profile for my Airbus. You need a lot of authority on the rudder in this thing, which I didn't have. So that's why it didn't make sense to me at the time. But now, looking back, everything's so clear. All right, flaps 15 or flaps 11. We're taking runway 29. Altimeter is 3033. I'm gonna put 32 because that's what's outside. Anti-ice is off. Packs will leave on. Our planned takeoff weight is 124. I'm just gonna do 124,000 pounds. Actually do like 250, 250. Enter, calculate that guy. Our cell temp is gonna be 50, so quite a bit of power to get out. Our speeds are 29, 34, 43, 129, 134, 143. Let me cross check that. 34, 43. Our bring up this guy. We're gonna take flaps 11. So dial that right there. Our CG takeoff CG is 17.5. So that's right where, oh, here we go. Like, oh, what the heck are you doing here? Come on now. Okay, 17.5 is right there. I'm gonna line up this to match the green notch. So that's our takeoff trim. We need this to come to flaps 11, which it did, 17.4. And our bug speeds will release that. And we got 131, 136, 145. That's because the weight's wrong. This needs to come down to 124, and now that should line up right with our speeds. Perfect. Okay, I am excited about that. Let's put this guy in takeoff. Let's start our APU. I'm going to take this pump and I'm going to come up here, turn the APU master to start. I'm going to turn this on to get it ready to capture that power when it automatically comes on. And we are APUing. Yes, sir. We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Is everybody still coming on, or are we all good now? All right, thanks, Janice. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Oh, I love this thing. All right, let's bug up flight level 320 for cruise. I'm gonna take this ILS frequency out of here. There you go. This is all set. Yes, Janice, what do you need? Okay, good. And are we APUing? We are APUing. We're on APU power. I'm taking the external power off one at a time. I'm going to come here, disconnect the GPU. And GPU, you come here. And I'm going to put us on our own air. So there goes the APU air. I can take our air conditioning off, and we are ready to push back. Alright, do you want to request the de-icing treatment? No, but it's freaking cold here. It's a good question. Flight director is on. I'm gonna nav, arm nav here. I need to do that, arm takeoff and nav, just like that.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
I'm pushing to the right, nose to the right, facing east, please. Thank you.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Alright. I mean, we're off everything. I'm gonna put my anti-collision light on. Should ask us to release the parking brake. What do we got going on here?
Due to icing conditions, please stand by.
I'm gonna
for engine
face
start until
east.
push completed and brakes. Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes release.
Commencing push.
And fuel
Due to
pumps
icing
are
conditions,
on.
please stand by for engine start until push completed and
This can
brakes
come
set.
to system A. And we got we gotta turn the air conditioning off. And there's 4.2, this guy comes on. Takes the fuel. Not that engine, this one. All right. We got a good start on 2. We'll start number 1. Whoa there. Where are you taking us? Okay. DX12 braking as usual. Where is he taking us? Yeah, I want to go there, but it's all DX12'd out now. Nice. Don't you love when your airport turns into a park?
Set parking brakes.
And parking brake is set.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, there goes number 1. That can come off. Our APU can come off. Our bleed airs come off. Turn this back to auto. We're on our own power. I am going to then... Well, we can leave that on. That's cool. We're going to lock our flight door now. And we'll take our checklist. So I'm going to go ahead, turn our auxiliary pumps and trans pumps on. We can arm our auto brake. We can arm our spoilers. We'll wait for them to disconnect before we drop our flaps.
Tow truck disconnect. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we're clear. So I'm going to drop flaps 11. Right there. Come down to 11, indicating 11. We will arm our spoilers like we said. Alright. Alright, close our pneumatic feed valves off. We don't need you guys anymore. Engine ignition off. Pitot static and heaters are on. Anti-switch door key light hydraulic system is checked and set. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. We appreciate you. Up top, parking brakes are on or not. That's the indications we want to see. And we will now come here. Do our flight control check. Full down. Full up. Full left. Full right. Full left. Oh yeah, look at that travel. I'm getting in the correct profile. That's what we want to see. Full right neutral. Flight controls are free and clear. Alright, we can clear that. That's all looking good. Taxi checklist. APU air switch is off. TRP is set. V-bugs are set. Flight instruments are checked. FMS and GPS are set. Flight and controls are checked. Flaps and slat lever is 11, indicating 11. Auto brake and auto spoiler as required. Our rudder trim are set to 0 and 0. Takeoff briefing is performance straight ahead. No restrictions. Cabin report straight ahead to LFT. No restrictions. Lafayette, I'm guessing. Cabin report is obtained from Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Taxiing checklist complete. Let's just get ready for the before takeoff here so we can don't get surprised because it's a short taxi. All right. So I'm going to release the parking brake and pull away. All right, nice. So we are taxiing and I'm gonna do a brake check. Brakes are good. Taxi lights can come on. We are coming right up to the runway here. So wing lights are gonna come on, the floodlights are gonna come on. These guys can drop down. And engine ignitions to both. We got our ART in position. I'm gonna do a takeoff configuration check with the throttle. And Betty did not yell at me, so we're configured good. Takeoff runway fuel balance. How are we looking on fuel? Perfectly balanced. Can't even do it any better than that. Brake temperatures are in the green. Engine ignition selectors to both, and our ART and op is indicating on the overhead. We are ready for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take this runway. So New Orleans traffic, American 2242 entering runway 29, departure to the west, New Orleans. So is this 29? I don't see any signs. There's 29 right there. So I confirm this is 29 we're coming up on. Turn these guys on now so we don't blind anybody. Alright, we're taking 29 facing west. All right. Balls to the wall. Take off.
Take off thrust set. Flip. 80 knots, cross check.
Rotation.
Positive brake.
Gear up. And left to Lafayette. And 1500 vertical speed, half. Deeper climb.
Climb thrust set.
Laps up.
0.
Autopilot on, slats up.
Slats retract.
I'm going to do IAS Mach 250. That's going to pitch for 250, kind of like a level change now that we got our momentum here going. Still maintaining 2200. We can disarm our speed brake. We can disarm this guy, bring our art back in. We can turn our lights off like so. This guy can come to off. And here comes VNav. VNav climb, EPR climb. Pretty straightforward departure there. Passing through 5,000. Naving, VNaving. Bring our pumps off. This goes to low, this goes to off, and that goes to off. After takeoff, brake temperatures are checked. Landing gear is up, lights out, auto brake is off, speed brake lever is retracted, flaps are up and slats, engineering this is off. We do have center fuel. Let's burn that baby off. Here we go. And altimeters are checked and set after takeoff. Checklist complete. Nice. Nice departure. All right, here comes 10,000. Floods are off, wings are off. Passengers come out. All right, let's get ready for the descent here. Coming up in about 80 miles. Our airfield elevation for San Antonio is a staggering 809 feet. So we'll set our pressurization panel for 809. Our altimeter in San Antonio today is 3013. So we got our pressurization set. And we can come down here. And let's take a look at our ILS frequency. 13 right is 110.9. 110.9. 110.9. Course is 128. 128. And 128. Our decision altitude class C ILS radio altimeter 200. Set our decision height for 200 like so. Our landing performance is going to be Kilo Sierra Alpha Tango. Our conditions are dry. Our altimeter is 3013. Our winds are 170 at 7. Our outside air temperature is 7 degrees Celsius, so that's roughly, let's say 12 plus 32. What is that's like 12 plus 32 is like 44. That's quite chilly. Our runway we're coming in is 13 right. And flaps 40. Yeah, because we only have a 6 knot. Yeah, that's okay. Flaps 40 is cool. Reversers, yes. Auto brake. Let's take a look at our length of the runway. So 13 right is quite long. Yeah, we can take minimal. It's like 8,000 feet. Our landing weight, so we'll take our progress page, 11.6. So that's like 105 plus 126.6, 126.7, 126,700. Let me make sure, double check my math. 11.6 plus 105 is like 126.4. 126. Like 400. Okay. Actual landing distance. Let's take medium. Calculate. Oh yeah, there you go. Medium. Braking. Our approach speed is 137. So 126.5. Come over here. Let's see. Wait, I think I messed up my math here. Yeah, that was way off. So gross weight, zero fuel weight's 104.9 plus 11.6. So see, you gotta double check yourself there. Or you wreck yourself. 116.5. Calculate that. 116.5. 116.5. We can do minimal and calculate. And there you go. Yeah, that's perfect. And 131. So 131 at flaps 40. And we will say 116.5, 131, good. And we're coming up here. Our minimum safe altitude here is roughly like 4,000. So I'll set 4,000. Take that down initially. Right there. Our legs. Where do we need to be at? So like 3,200. I'll take 3,200 there. 3,200. All right, so we're all set up for our descent here. I'm gonna get ready to turn the pumps on here in a minute as we get closer to our top of descent. There's like a procedure turn for this because there must be some mountains to just checking it out. There's some terrain, yeah, kind of surrounding on both sides of the approach. So we'll just keep an eye out here. Let's see, legs. So Hasdo, step. JTAX, and then that comes into Hasdo. So right about there is like 2,800. All right, we're good. Yeah, we want to be at Hasdo at 2,800. Hasdo at 28. 28 is the next waypoint. So Hasdo, Alamo. They want you at 2,770. But you want to come in there at 2,800. Okay. And then it's just a 3-degree. Got it. Alamo. 7.4 out. And then so is yeah, you fly over Alamo and then make that turn. So I see what it's trying to say. Yeah, so like, I'll probably re-enter it and we will take that turn in. Let me see what it's kind of drawing. I want to see this again. So you fly over. San Antonio. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, so I want to take this turn in. So San Antonio to Alamo. SAT, JTAX, through JTAX. I just want to go Troop, Chris, San Antonio, Alamo, JTAX, Troop, Chris, San Antonio. Like that. Yes, nice. And then this is the procedure turn where Alamo, now we're like looking good. So Alamo, yeah, and then this will follow the VNav path down. And we'll make this turn and swing around on the ILS like that. Procedure turn. We can then like leave it in just regular LNAV until we make this swing turn. So we're gonna go Hasdo. Hasdo. Is 13 out. Yeah. So we'll swing up there. So it'll be like a 10-mile final. Perfect. I am happy. Are you happy, co-pilot? Yes, you are happy too. Wonderful. So this will be a wonderful, beautiful approach into San Antonio as we come up on our top of descent in about 10 miles, 15 miles here. I like it. We're set up good. This will be interesting. We got some terrain peaks around 1,700 feet. The terrain, though, I'm curious. I haven't flown into this airport yet, so curious to see. You have a little bit of terrain on both sides of the approach, so this should be quite interesting. Let me pull out my map, take a look-see on a different view. Let me pull out VFR sectional. This Navigraph VFR sectional is actually amazing that we got this now. I'm not a VFR guy, but it's super helpful for our type of flying. So, I mean, considering the airfield elevation is 800 feet and the peaks around here are like 2,000-ish, I mean, it's nothing serious, but yeah, we're good. Keep forgetting to use this VFR map because it has all the landmarks on it, which are really cool. Like, we're flying. See if we can do some dead reckoning. Right underneath of us is Sherry Spraying Service Private Airfield. Somewhere down in here. Literally, we're right on top of it. Somebody's private. There it is, a little private strip right there. Some guys flying in drugs from Mexico or something, right on the border. Uh-oh. Thought we broke the plane there. What else can we see? There's a municipal airport ahead of us. Oh, Austin's like off to our north west by like, I can't tell, there's not, let me see the scale, by like 20 miles. It's like right out here, so we're gonna pass Austin. Like, that might be Austin right there. Cool. Here we come, our little airplane here. Let me step this back. Yeah, there. That's a nice view of the approach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your seat backs and trays in the upright position. We're beginning our approach into San Antonio. We should have you on the ground in about 15 to 20 minutes. We thank you for choosing American Airlines, and we hope you had a pleasant stay on board. Please sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the flight. All right, before descent checklist, our pumps can come back on. Our pressurization is set. And our MSA, we said it was like roughly 3,000 feet. Approach and landing is brief. The MDF is set. Landing data is set. We'll set the bugs up. We got our bugs set. Radio altimeters are set. Hydraulic system set. Pressurization is checked and set. Descent checklist is complete. Here we come. Beautiful Maddog. Never, this livery never goes out of style. I'm trying to, I don't know if yesterday's landing was only because of the profile being set to Airbus, where I had kind of a firm landing. I'm thinking the way that Leonardo developed the flight model on this thing is it's kind of, when it's cold out, it doesn't get as much ground effect, which would make sense aviation wise. since the air is like thinner, you don't get like that super high ground effect. So considering it's like 44 degrees on the ground in San Antonio, I'm not going to expect like a huge ground effect. So we are going to have to kind of round it out more around like 25, 30 feet rather than waiting till 15, 10 feet. And hopefully we get a good result, smooth landing for the passengers. But I kind of held off on rounding it out on approach yesterday, thinking we were going to get that huge ground effect that the Leonardo is kind of known for. Here comes 18,3013 on the altimeter.
Stabilizer motion.
Oh, Betty. Oh yeah, these are linked, my bad. I just threw it completely off. Alright, this one is what I meant to do. Back up, stand by. The strip's like 25 miles out, like straight ahead. kind of out here. Let me see our taxi off actually, because we're gonna go be parking at gate Alpha 15. Alpha 15 is gonna be, we're gonna vacate to the right, and our gate is, okay. All right, I see where our gate is. It's like, we're gonna vacate to the right on Lima, take a left on Gulf, and then right on Gulf 3 to the ramp. We got it. It would be amazing if you could draw on Navigraph your taxi route. That would be so sick. I trust in them. They have been doing amazing, and I think they're gonna start adding the features, these extra features over the next year. It's gonna be a glorious time to be in a flight simmer. Yippee. $10,000 feet. Let's make sure we stay on profile here. Come back into nav mode. Lights can come on. Wing lights come on. Floods can come on. Here comes our procedure turning 10 miles. I'm gonna ding the cabin, put the seatbelt signs back on. This can come to minimum. I can go to cruise for now. Little bit of break, just a little bit. Kind of brown out here, Texas. Okay. We're right on profile. And 32. 28 is our bottom alert, where we will intercept it. Cabin signs are on, fuel systems set, altimeters are set. Good. Airport should be right there, and it is. Hello, San Antonio. Dude, Texas is flat. Actually, when we landed in El Paso, there was quite a bit of excitement. It looks like there's some mines out here.
Stabilizer motion.
$128 on the heading. We can set our back to 25 there. We're gonna go 3 miles out further, and then we're gonna turn back. Here comes our glide slope. We're gonna get underneath the glide slope for the approach. Looking good. Here comes our turn, right with the glide slope. Where does this have us? 2,000 feet per minute.
2,500.
We're 12 miles out. I'm gonna take over vertical speed probably here. Alright, here it comes. It's leveling out. We're good. Gonna drop a little bit of speedy brake before I turn my slats out. Taking over the speed. At 220, I'm gonna trade my speed brake for slats because we're kind of zooming around here. Of course, we missed the localizer by 10 miles, so now we have to correct and come back. It is tracking Alamo. We're all right. We'll just intercept it at Alamo. We're okay. All right, there's 220 slats out. We're gonna level off now.
Slats extended.
I'll make sure we are kind of slowed up by Alamo. Because at Alamo, you only have like 7 miles. Yeah, Alamo is kind of final approach fix for this. Alright, relax, dude. I'm gonna come into heading. Laps 11. Arm ILS. And flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
Localizers captured. Go around on the art is set. Here comes the glide slope. And glide slope's captured. Gear comes down. Cleared the land American 2224. Landing lights are on. Arm the speed brake. And flaps 28. It's 131 on the 116, 131. Dial it back. And flaps full.
Flaps 40.
A little crosswind. We'll give it some left rudder after touchdown, right aileron. Landing gear is down, flaps and slats are extended, speed brake lever is armed, auto brake is minimum, engine ignition to both overhead, panel is set, we are good to go, my throttles. Alright. And my airplane, I don't like how it's pulling us off track here. Eight knot crosswind, 9 knot.
500. Light slope.
We're
Light
good.
slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light
Landing.
slope. Light 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 slope. 150.
Landing.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Slammed it.
2 in reverse.
I can't land this thing now. Alright, here's our turn off.
60 knots.
I'll take the high speed up there.
Lights
And
back.
stow the speed brake. Flaps up. Lights come off. Flight director off. PARA. Transponder, that comes off. And we're looking for Golf 3, I think it was. Yeah, we're good. It's up here. And weather radar can come off. This can go off. APU comes on. That's not the APU switch. That. Slats up. Our turn off is here. We're parking at Alpha 15. Our flaps are up, slats are up. We can turn our pumps off. Taxi lights off. Terrain's off. Our APU gen is on. And turn the engines off. And our passengers can come up. Fuel pumps are off. Anti-ice is off. Pitot statics off. Let's deboard the airplane after we turn our anti-collision light off. Start the unboarding process. And connect our GPU. Alright, go on the GPU power, turn our APU gens off. That can come off. And welcome to San Antonio, ladies and gentlemen. Our gate is coming slowly. Look at that. They knew we were coming. Gate A15, just like in real life. Well, I wish we didn't pancake it again, but we got 2 in a row. I might have to actually do some circuits in this thing to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm not like rounding it out until like 15, 20 feet, which like for me previously was working great, but for some reason I don't seem to be judging it good, and we're slamming it into the ground at 250 per minute. Not getting any of that ground effect, so I don't know if I'm cutting the throttles too soon or the temperature or something is just different, or it's just me messing it up. But really beautiful airport, incredible texturing. I think this is any builds. Yeah, it's not a super popular airport from previous simulators, but they modeled this incredibly well. You got the nice parking garage over there. It's our Southwest friends. What else? Coast Guard. Incredible texturing. Any builds, I think, is just knocking it out of the park on all their sceneries. It's a day one purchase for all their stuff. Let's say goodbye to our passengers. So, thanks for flying American, sir. You have a great day. Whoa, don't get in my face too close, sir. Ma'am, have a great day. I heard you had tickets to the Spurs game. Go enjoy. Greg Popovich and the Spurs. Sir, you have a great time. He looks like he's going to go play guitar in an internet cafe or something. And yeah, that was a nice approach. We had a cool procedure turn. We're going to go ahead and get the replay ready, so bear with me for a minute. All right, let's go. Final approach in the iconic livery. Nice traffic down there. We're getting blown around. See the crab angle? I didn't decrab, so wasn't enough to really screw things up. I kept getting that was annoying. We kept getting the glide slope warning and we were clearly on a 3-degree glide path. There wasn't any major corrections. We're heading right for the captain bars. There's 50 right over the threshold. That's where right there is when you want to start. Ooh, way too late. I mean, again, 225 to 250 is a standard airline landing rate, but it could have been a lot nicer. All right, let's get in position for some other shots. Ooh, look at that crab angle. Wham. Oh, too early. Like landing rate monitor, like that was way before the threshold. Yeah, oh my god. That was like 200 feet before the captain's bars. We wanted to get there early. We certainly got there early. We were in a rush to get it on the ground. Hollywood shot. This thing is gonna fall like a rock out of the sky. Slam. I tried at the end actually to rescue it, but it's too late. We were on a collision course. I think I'm pulling out the throttles too soon. Ooh. Let's see what the passengers saw. Nice work on the textures of the airport, shimmering in the light. I mean, we didn't bounce it. We got that going for us. Let's see where I cut the, see if this shows where I cut the throttles. Or like, no, I didn't cut the throttles too soon. Let me see. I would have cut it there again if I had the chance. I guess I'm just not. Let me see the angle of attack, because this thing likes to land at like 5-6 degrees. I mean, yeah, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Interesting. I would have landed it like that again if I had the chance. It's just user error. Alright, cool. We get the taxi off. And we'll get the gate shot. A15 was down here. Like, all right, I'm gonna do a replay of the. I'm gonna take a replay of the takeoff. We'll see if I can warp there. Okay. MSY. All right. We'll get a taxi off shot. And then we'll make our way out to the runway. Let's get it from this angle. Okay, and then let's get up to the threshold for runway 29 out here. See how this looks. That pause.
That's cross-check.
All right, I think we'll wrap it there. Got some cool screenshots. Thanks for joining us for another Captain Cherubus stream. Hopefully we can get our landing sorted out. Till next time, appreciate you guys stopping by.